Welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Marathon. Today's episode, we are reviewing the mod list called Elderteej. We're doing version 4.1.2, which was released on May 2nd. The total size is 613 gigabytes, with 410 being the install size, downloads being 213. Of course, as you know, if you are limited on storage space, once you install the game and you confirm it works correctly, you can delete the downloads folder. Just know that if you update the mod list later, or if you have to reinstall it, you just gotta download everything all over again. So I know the beginning part of my videos have been kind of long lately, so in order to save some time, I think what we'll do is when we're waiting for all the MCM menus to load in the starting room, then we'll go over a little bit more details about the list. For now, I'm just going to put some information about the system requirements or system recommended requirements for this list. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with character creator. And we'll dig into details about the list as we are waiting. If you guys haven't already, a like and subscribe would be appreciated. Only if you like the content. If you don't like it or don't care for it, then you don't have to be fake about it. You don't have to like and subscribe at all. If you do, however, like these videos, we do try to post one every week for the Skyrim Marathon, which is a series. If it's the first time watching this, it's a series where we take Skyrim mod list on a 2-hour test drive and we give it a score at the end. More details about that if you want to look in the description about the details on how we score it. All right, so character creator. Let's see here. So this list runs completely off of community shaders. So I believe ENB frame gen is enabled by default. But I believe I can disable it during the run. I just can't re-enable it after I disable it. Presets, let's see. So quite a bit of presets in here. Not quite sure. I think this N stands for Nord. And you look for a male name, so Nord. I don't know, man. No one's ever put like a good solid, like every single preset's a banger in one of these lists before. But I don't think it's that hard to pull off, honestly. I guess it's just not a priority for a lot of mod list authors to do that. But there are a lot of preset like mods out there that give you a bunch of different selections of characters that have been curated for character creator. Yeah. No, like why why would you choose this guy? I guess, I mean, you could role play this somehow, but I mean, he's a bit dopey. So we're just gonna go back to just making these guys kind of standard. Oh, he's got that same eyes now. He didn't change back. Oh no. He's stuck with those eyes. Let's see. Male, Nord. Okay, so there's a bunch here that's kind of set there for you. Yeah, I don't know if I care for those much. Yeah, let's lose that. Maybe we'll try a different race today. Let's do an Argonian. Yeah? Let's do an Argonian today. For those Argonian players out there. We're still gonna try and do a spell sword, kinda. Yeah, let's change up his presets. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. We'll beef him up a little bit, like a big beefy gator. Let's change up his, I guess, eye shape. You can change his eye shape. Let's see. I don't make very many Argonians ever. In fact, I have never done a playthrough with an Argonian on Skyrim before. Okay, eye color. That looks pretty cool. Let's go with that. And see what we're gonna name this guy. We're gonna name him no, I was gonna say Killer Croc from that's not, it's not very lore friendly. Let's name him Alfred. He's like a sophisticated Argonian. Okay, so this list runs off of LOTD. So there's a lot of things that gotta load in this beginning scene. So it's even said in the guide that they have. They have a really good guide online for this list. But it says to just wait until everything loads, until it says like the museum is completed with its loading. So definitely wait for that. So maybe set this up to this point and then walk away for like 10 minutes and come back. So anyways, let's go into what this list is while we're waiting. So Elderteej offers BFCO combat, every official LOTD display on Nexus, Vokord perk overhaul with vanilla skill leveling. This list is a power fantasy. It's meant to use the Dragonborn to go out and kick butt and fill that LOTD museum. More HUD. Couldn't find MCM. Let's see. Let's just try again. Okay. In this Skyrim Marathon review, we're going to put Elderteej to 2 hours of uninterrupted stress tests to see how the vision holds up in real gameplay, from performance to stability and to combat, flow, traversal, overhaul, and cohesion. So as usual, we're going to test out performance, combat, the UI, visuals, and stability. This looks like it's still loading, so we'll go into a little bit more information I found about the list. So again, BFCO, this keeps telling me about this, more HUD. We're going to keep trying in hopes that it'll settle itself. TK dodge, Valhalla combat for stamina and blocking and parrying. We got chocolate poise, which adds a poise and stagger mechanic to combat. You should see like a yellow bar in the HUD indicating stagger status, is what it says here. Vanilla skill leveling with experience on top, and mysticism and Vokord. So mysticism is the magic type. Community shaders with hand selected PBR textures. LOTD, let's try again, and then we're going to give up on that later and see what happens. As far as the requirements go, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1440 generally pulls 6 to 8 gigabytes of VRAM, so a 4070 or higher is recommended for 1440 for 2K. In other words, community shaders has really freed performance headroom. So this is still heavily overhauled world. You may need to use the upscaling features and the FSR frame generation in there as well. We're just gonna. Do I really want to skip it? That's kind of weird that it's asking for something as if it's supposed to be there. Let's try one more time. What makes the list unique? Witchy Wilderness, Animated Armory with unofficial LOTD integration, Apocalypse, Trade and Barter, Skyrim Save System Overhaul 3, and Lost Grimoire. So Save System Overhaul 3 is like a safe autosave type of system, I believe. This more HUD's not going to load, it seems. So we're going to skip it and see what kind of consequences we'll have to deal with. Hopefully it's not meant to be there. So it's not a survival mod list, but they have a good Rule 11 recommendation guide written on their Discord. And they also made a couple other lists, a silly list called Dova Meme, and a beta mod list called Medium. So that's all I got on the list for now. And also these seem to be loading still, so it looks like we covered all that while we're waiting for this. I'm gonna skip this more HUD though, and it's gonna be a true test. You're gonna see this issue probably on your end, I would imagine, and we're gonna find out what happens if you skip this mod. Okay, MCM should be configured. Please wait until the museum list finished pop up before starting. Okay, so that again, that's the museum finished pop up I was telling you about. I believe we're okay to stay in this room. So far, the graphics look pretty good. Let's see if we can turn on community shaders. We're gonna go to upscaling. We're gonna turn off, we're gonna go native AA, and then we're gonna also turn off frame gen, because this is how we try to test the list out. So that it's the same across all the lists that we test out, because we always leave ENB frame gen off. I've gone over reasons why we've done it before, but I'll say it again. It's because it's the most consistent way to test a list, because some of them don't come with ENB frame gen on, or because we're running at 4K. Modded Skyrim can be quite demanding, and if you're running some low FPS dips, sometimes frame gen kind of causes instabilities or input lag or a lot of hitching. So anyways, native AA, I guess we can boost the sharpness a little bit, and then frame gen off. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to save that. Okay, so now we see we went from 100 plus FPS to about 71, so that's good proof that the frame gen is off and also the upscaling is off. So this wardrobe has some armor. We're gonna go with that. So it's clear to say that this list really heavily focuses on LOTD. That's like their bread and butter. And what's my weight at? Oh, I can carry all this. And that's your main thing. Like I said earlier when he mentioned that you're meant to kind of just be the Dragonborn and go out and be a completionist and collect everything for the museum, because if LOTD ever had a mod, or unofficial or official, they have it implemented in this list, and I believe they work closely with the LOTD mod authors as well. We're gonna test that all out. Tome of Reflection, one-handed. Select a skill to see your progress. Click next to view the next set of skills. So, okay. Select a skill to see your progress. Instruction. Okay. If you haven't seen before, this UI is, I love this UI. This is the bottom preset version of Velden UI from Nidhogg, and this is currently my favorite UI, so bonus points for that. Dynamic activation key, which is good. So if you hold shift, you can actually click and eat on something. I don't know why it says I'm about to steal it though, but we're gonna eat that. It looks like there's no eating animations. Yeah, there's no drinking animations as well. I did eat and drink it though. I believe so. Yep, salmon steak and white wine. So we're still waiting for that pop-up to come. So let's take a look at the MCM for now. And I didn't set any of the hotkeys yet. So let's go into photo mode. Yep, I like to do my photo mode on that key. And then we also like to take the photo with that key. Okay, we got quick loot in here, which, okay, that's gonna be interesting to see. I'm always hoping and rooting for the compass to not go away. So let's hope that's the case for this list. Of course, I believe that only affects the modern compass overhaul mod. So if you don't have the compass overhaul mod, but you have quick loot, then I think it should be fine. Worm's Tooth, true directional combat. Let's see if we can set that up real quick to target lock. Okay, I like that for target lock. And then smooth cam. Okay, so it's not loaded with any smooth cams, but it has a newest smooth cam. This right here, Northern Dynamic Combat Camera, this comes with all the UIs like Velden UI, Northern UI. Kind of comes with their whole entire install packet. So that's already there. We're gonna just play with the default one that you have as soon as you open the game up. Sky Parkour, which is cool. Sanguine Symphony for the blood. We got Precision. We have Ordinator perks. We have Nexus follower framework for followers. That's preference. My preference is actually that. I like that framework for followers. Some say it's a bit heavy, but I like it. It's always been a reliable one for me. BFCO and Apocalypse dynamic activation key. And is there hotkey reminders on here? Let's see. Yeah, hotkey reminder F11. Take a look at that and see what it says. So we got Skyrim sheet here, simply order here. You have stances here. Like if you press V, you can change the stance. B would be neutral stance. That's interesting. Auto move is C. The bestiary is K. Quick light. Okay, so there's a light system. Horse. There's helmet toggle. And then there's SKSC menu framework. That's funny because actually I put my hotkey right there as well on Apostasy that I mod out. And then I wonder if there's Wheeler on here. I'm looking for D menu. And there's a chance that there is no Wheeler on this list. I don't see any hotkey for it, which is fine. Wheeler is not like a mandatory thing. So what is the hotkey then for? The hotkey for favorites is Q. Okay. All right. So let's put some armor on. Gonna favorite that. This guy's gonna be like a walking armory. So far, I really like the graphics. They're really clean. I can't wait to get out into the open world and see what it looks like. You don't get like a sound that confirms that you... Oh, there we go. Huh. Maybe I already had those spells. That's why it's not confirming. Yeah, see? There we go. Alright, this dude is like heavily loaded with gear. Let's put his helmet on. Alfred the Argonian. Yeah, he looks cool. I wonder, did the museum stuff finish yet? I hadn't noticed it pop up at all. Hopefully it's a really obvious pop-up. Handy bag of holding. Opens an interdimensional bag of holding to store and retrieve items. Interesting. Handy master trainer. Opens master training menu. Handy store and retrieve. Handy teleport. Mark and recall handy teleport locations. Return to where you teleported from or teleport to a handy location, towns, or guilds. That's interesting. I've never seen that before, but that sounds useful. Maybe we'll try that out. I don't know. Okay, you got this bless this home, which I believe allows you to make a certain home your home. Lucifer debug spell finds Lucifer. That's interesting. You get to find the devil. Skyrim cheat engine. Okay. All right. That all looks pretty good. Can we go yet? Let's see. Is there any way of knowing if it fully loaded? No, huh? Okay. Well, first of all, there's like no music. So we're gonna take a look at the audio. Music's all the way down, but yeah, that's odd that I never heard any music on the title screen as well. We're gonna turn that off. So adept is the default. Autosave is off. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it should be done by now. So I'm inclined to just start. We're gonna start off as a spell sword. Oh, I like that he moved the I like the way the flames sound and look. Yeah, I think we're good to go. It must have, well, I don't know. I don't want to rush it either. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna go. I'm pretty sure it must have said something and I was just not watching. We're gonna go with oh, Relic Hunter for LOTD. Okay. Your guild master explores site. Begin your journey at the site of a small expedition. Oh, okay, let's not do that. That like puts you somewhere random. That's not even in the main world, I think. Let's go with Left 4 Dead in Winterhold. All right, here we go. I'm curious to see how this list looks. I've been wanting to play another community shaders list for a while now, especially one that kind of hails themselves as like a really done up, beautiful community shaders setup. Most denizens of Tamriel. Okay, so let's just go with Sithis. Accept Sithis. Okay, pray once a day. Okay, so no modern wait menu. So there's a stance system, right? So that's me changing the stance. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. So wolf stance. Okay, and then this is the hawk stance. Let's see first person. Okay, change it again. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that it changes the first person as well. Now, I believe B was neutral stance, was it? Yeah, I don't know if B is a neutral. Well, it's not saying anything. Now, in apostasy, your guy, the way he's standing and holding the weapon changes when he changed the stance. Let's see if that's the case here. Not quite. What about... Yeah, okay, it does here. So changing the stances. Okay, that's cool. What about Iron Battle Axe? And of course, BFCO is known for being able to jump and attack, right? So, it didn't quite work there, but maybe it does with some of the stances. Okay. All right. I believe they use Sigma animations, so let's hope that this time around Sigma actually has some good hitboxes, because I'm really rooting for Sigma to change my mind. It's a very popular mod. Let's fully heal too. So I'm pretty impressed. I mean, this is hitting a locked 60 FPS. It looks like there's a FPS lock somewhere, but I'm at 100% utilization as well. But being in the open world with it looking pretty good, that's impressive. Look, okay, so it's not locked. It's not locked at 60. I just saw 66, so that's pretty awesome. Okay, so we're just getting our bearings here. We're gonna do maybe sword and shield next.
Stop that!
Someone doesn't like me doing that. Alright, we're gonna do a 2-hour timer from here and make our way around the map. I think we're gonna go towards... Oh, look, it's a good map. It's a different map than usual. So, where are we? Okay. So, we're gonna head towards Dawnstar next. We're gonna head counterclockwise today. And I'm gonna start my timer. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's make a hard save first. So far, I'm very impressed with the graphics, and I'm very impressed with the performance in this area. I hope it kind of keeps up, because community shaders, I cannot distinguish right now between that and an A and B. So, I mean, if that's gonna be the case this entire run, looks like there's an advantage with just ditching the EMB for this. Nice, great sword. Iron boots. Got a nice shield here. A little bit of a upgrade to our two-handed skills. And Shrine of Talos. I'm glad we can carry a lot of stuff in this game. I was a little worried. Some mod lists kind of burden you. I don't know if you guys see me watch. I forgot the name of the list. There was one that was like in beta that I tested, and like I would be like almost overburdened by just picking up a couple things from the beginning. That was tough. That in itself made the list challenging. Alright, so death moves are kill moves are our thing in this game. I wonder if it has violence. It does have violence. So what's cool about violence, if you don't want it to take you out of the scene for the kill move, you can toggle the camera view, or is it camera view? Camera setting, that's off. So you can turn that off, and then basically your kill moves are like right there like in the same camera that you're currently playing in. I'll try to show you what I mean there. I can tell you right now, it's already pretty forgiving because I would have got killed on some other lists by now from this one hit on the Horker. That's another thing I failed to look at is alternate death system in this list. So we're gonna find out if I die. Okay, I'm definitely gonna die if this guy gets involved. Gotcha. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's not push our luck. You got no potions, I don't think. Yeah, no potions really. Now, it said that it has Skyrim save system overhaul, but usually there's a bunch of pop-ups talking about it by now. And I don't see any mention of it in the SKSC menu framework either. So something makes me think that maybe that's old verbiage and that save system is no longer in here. Yeah, so you're gonna have to... Oh, no. Save system overhaul. Okay. I stand corrected. I'm glad I checked. Usually I would see some pop-ups by now, though. Yeah, I don't know how all this works. I'm kind of old school in a sense that I don't really mess with that. But it sounds intriguing. But I'm so skittish that anything that claims to touch my saves and help me, I feel like might do the opposite, and so I don't do it. I'm sure this is it's perfectly safe and it does what it says it does, especially if the mod list author decided to use it. But I'm still a little paranoid with Skyrim, especially if I go in heavy on a lot of hours on a list. I don't want it to have some type of issue that I wasn't expecting because I'm using something I haven't used before. So far, really good performance. I mean, I'm running 50 FPS right now in 4K. As you saw, I took off frame gen, I took off upscaling. This is just FSR on anti-aliasing and that's it. Just now we're venturing into like similar territory, 45, 46 FPS. A little bit of stutter there, 35, 38 FPS. Now it's 57. So it looks like maybe just a small little hiccup over there dropped me in FPS, but for the most part, it looks like I'm stabilizing back up at 60s again. Or high 50s. It's pretty amazing. Especially if you also got frame gen in your back pocket. At this high of a frame rate, frame gen will just help you out big time. And again, just even upscaling in your back pocket. I've shown this on Bottle Rim once before. That like, if you look at, for example, if you look over here, okay, and you turn on FSR quality, right? And you save it. Now I'm getting 83, 85 FPS. But like, it looks the same. I'd rather have upscaling on than frame gen, to be honest, because of the input lag situation. But like, just take a look at this really close-up texture, okay? It's not the best texture ever, especially the wood in the background. But let's just see, like, does it change when I go back to AA, okay? No. It doesn't. Even balance, like on balance, I'm at 89 FPS. And it looks exactly the same. So, I mean, that is a huge thing for community shaders, in my opinion. And I really, really, really wish I was skilled enough at modding to be able to swap out Amon EMB on my Apostasy playthrough that I'm doing, that I have hundreds of hours on, for a robust community shaders setup. But I just feel like there's so many points of failure for me that I'll just screw everything up. I know there's ways to isolate and mitigate the risk. Maybe copy pasting the same mod list on the same drive or a separate drive and then testing it out on there. Or just making a different profile, but I don't know. I made small attempts in the past and it's always panned out like it's always resulted in nothing really working. Anyways, let's look at interior since we're here. This is Dawnstar. It looks like it's overhauled Dawnstar somewhat, at least texture-wise for sure. For performance sake, it looks like they didn't upgrade the wood textures too much, but from afar, that's not really a concern. I'd rather take the FPS and give up on those textures up close like that. At least some of the textures. Okay. These are the NPCs. Not the best looking NPCs. They look a little generic looking, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more interesting looking ones in different areas.
Who do you think we're threatening with our old war wounds? We're not soldiers anymore.
Your man Ulrich is wearing his old Legion armor. Old Lady Frida is a crowd.
Yeah, I feel like you've kind of gone a little bit more You could have gone with a little bit more interesting looking NPCs, and I don't think it would have affected your style or stability or your performance in much of a way either.
Yes?
They're just dreams. Please tell her, Erander.
Listen to your friend. They are just dreams, my dear.
Need a
I
room?
assure you that it is
Don't
quite
worry.
normal.
Nightmares don't seem
It's
to
the same
happen
dream
for travelers.
over and over again. You think that's normal? It's evil, I tell you.
Erander, she has a coin.
The lighting in here is okay.
But they must be an omen.
Give him a chance. He's trying to help us.
It's not
Everyone, please.
quite as of a wow factor as some other lists running EMB's lighting,
All I ask is remain strong.
but it's good. I mean, it looks good.
I will. Thank you.
Come on in. Just stoked the fire. Take a seat and get the cool down.
All right, we're gonna keep moving.
I'm just one of the miners. I don't want any trouble.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna tell the modlist author what he should and shouldn't do. But I will say what I would do if I got this list and I'm just willing to just rule 11 all over it. And one of the things I would do is I would change out the NPCs. Maybe they'll look better in let's change up the weapon we're using. Maybe they'll look better in different areas, so we'll have to see. First time I've seen Santa Claus getting attacked. Right there, you see I did a kill move there, but the camera didn't change. So that's what I was trying to say earlier. When you go on violence, you can change that. With that in itself, if you like kill moves but you don't like it taking you out of the action like that, or taking you out of your camera setup, violence is worth it just for that alone. Let's do some first person. Nice. Yeah, I just knocked that guy down. Ooh, and I chopped off his leg. That's pretty bad. Alright, his friend I think saw that. He didn't like it too much. Is he over here? Yeah.
Sweat. I'm gonna bleed.
Ooh, took his head off. Oh, that was pretty nice. Okay, cool. He's got blood pool. Blood pool framework. Oh, another guy over here. Let's light this guy up, huh? Well, first of all, let's send a wolf after him. Go ahead, boy. Sick him. Come on. Wait a minute. Did we name our guy, or is his name Prisoner? I swear I just said Prisoner. It's trying to say... So there's a cutoff there. I've seen that also in Novus as well. That the words are getting cut off by the action button there. Or the activity button. I swear we named our guy Alfred, but I think it said Prisoner's Wolf. Okay, I think power attack is just holding down the button here. I wonder if there's a mod that actually controls the power attack. People really stopped using one-click power attack a while ago. So usually there's like for example, I use simple power attack, which is from Bottle, the guy who made Bottle Rim. But that has a SKSE menu framework option here, so Yeah, I don't know what's controlling the power attack. Maybe it's in BFCO. Okay, there you go. Power attack. So it's vanilla input, but I can do power attack on M5 with no modifier. Okay, so for example, oh well, it's not doing it. Yeah, M5 is not really doing anything. I wonder if I'd messed up somewhere on that. I think it's just gonna be the long hold and the long hold, right? Because this is a regular swing, and if I long press, well, I'm gonna, that kind of look the same. Okay, so that's regular press and then long press. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, we gotta hit the Solitude, or we'll hit Morthal actually first. I'm curious to see how the performance is in the swamp area. Well, honestly, I'm not worried about performance on a list like this with community shaders, and it seems like it's very... It seems like they really tweaked the performance and like dialed it in for this list by just looking at how polished everything looks. So I'm not worried about performance on this list because you can dial it down to quality, upscaling, or balanced, get very similar, if not identical looking visuals, and then you can make the FPS back up. So I'm showing you kind of worst case scenario here: raw performance and no upscaling and 4K. So you should be able to gauge off of your hardware where you can go from there with the FPS and the performance on this list based off what I'm doing. Like if it runs well on 4K with a 9070 XT, not like a 5090, but a 9070 XT, then I think you can pretty much tell yourself where you're gonna be at if you change the resolution to a lower one or you have a different GPU. Okay, so no wade in water in this list. It looks like you can run in water at full speed. Let's take a look right here. This forest. I like the vibe that this forest has going. We haven't saved in a while. Let's do bear stance for a great sword. Okay, we'll change our stance up real quick. Alright, wolf stance. So I'm gonna tell you right now, this list is more my speed as far as how difficult it is. It's a lot more forgiving than some of the lists that I play, that I've played on this channel, and that's a welcomed change for me. Not saying anything's wrong with those lists, but again, I've always said I like my Skyrim on the easier side. I don't like stress that much. I kind of play Skyrim to de-stress, so dying a lot and wanting to throw my mouse at the screen is not my way of relaxing. So there's a lot of clipping, it seems like, that it could be fixed easily if the Modlist author is aware of it watching this video. There's a lot of clipping of the text going into the activity button right here where it says the stone hand. The T is cut off. So I think if you just make a minor adjustment, wherever you would make that adjustment, I think that could go a long way for a more polished experience for yourself and your list. But this is a really nice Morthal. It looks like it's kind of true to the original in a lot of ways, but it's not the original. It's got a similar layout, but it's got different style buildings. Well, looks in the distance, you got the Sky Shard mod too in this list. Maybe we'll pick up one of those while we're running. But the water looks great. FPS is 54, which is awesome. Usually in Morthal, you're getting your butt kicked on the FPS with the EMB list. So yeah, color may impress. The performance is awesome, man, and the graphics are really nice.
A new Hey. Don't fret over the gloom. There's nothing to fear. Old Lorebook will... I'm a bard. At the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying.
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Take a look at High Moon Hall. So yeah, it doesn't clip in some areas the words into the activity button. Or the activator button. I always can't decide what I want to call it.
Since Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we want mercenaries from
No, I'm fine. Is there something?
It just seems like the choice is maybe a design choice of kind of, they're more on the cartoonish side.
Yes, okay. Well, thank you.
The NPCs chosen for this list.
Time isn't wasted, and that she only has to deal with important matters.
You definitely want to know what you're doing though if you're swapping out the NPCs, the way they look, because you got to know how to patch that correctly. So if you're watching this and you don't really know much about how to mod things, just like me, I mean, I know how to mod things, but not as much as a person who really calls himself a modder. Then you're gonna want to tread carefully. You don't want to mess your list up. Maybe make a separate profile in MO2 and dabble in it a little bit and see if you can pull it off. Honestly, most of the time you can get away with just loading it late in your load order. So you can get lucky that way, but sometimes it can result in things like neck seams or invisible feet. Invisible feet may be more so a body slide issue, but it could result in like neck seams or something. Yeah, so 41 FPS. So yeah, this area is still, no matter what, it's still gonna be heavy on your list. But this, beware, you will surely perish if you are defeated while in this location. Interesting warning there. Right as I leveled up too. So we got custom skills here. So you can put skill points into these, it looks like. And then you also have your standard skill tree here. So, for example, let's do stamina. And then let's put a little bit in... Well, we're using a two-handed weapon. So each normal attack with two-handed weapon increases damage on a target by 1.25% for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 2 times. Critical damage scales with skill level. Sneak damage multiplied by 1.25. So each normal attack with two-handed weapons increases damage on target by 1.25% for 5 seconds. So it only stacks twice. So 2.5%, 5 seconds for each attack after the, I guess maybe the first attack or the second attack, I should say. Looks like you have a perk tree here. I wonder if it ties into the stance system. Looks like it doesn't. It's more tied into the weapon type. But it's quite robust. I mean, look at how big that tree is. You got a really long archery skill tree, the light armor tree. Alright, we're gonna switch to first person a little bit. We're gonna play a little bit of Great Sword still. Alright, so here we got Solitude in the distance. Don't hear too much like of a swimming effect on the surface. I've seen that on a few lists as well before. Down below, you have the underwater sound, but like the swimming above surface is almost silent. You can kind of hear something there, but I think there's ways to like put a more prominent sound to that. All right, this guy's got some interesting armor on. What time we got? It's 6:35 p.m. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that was a lot of frame hitching right there. Maybe it's loading some stuff up ahead. Let's try that again. So yeah, definitely overhauled Solitude outskirts, and I believe it's probably going to be quite overhauled inside Solitude itself because of the Dragonborn museum, but also like looking at that building in the distance looks unfamiliar already.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Textures look really good. The ground looks good. The walls are a little rough. Even on the wood walls I saw earlier in town was pretty low res. Again, that's probably a performance choice.
If you come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika.
Yeah, like look at this.
Keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Rogvir.
His armor looks pretty good though. Not like the highest res, but it's not vanilla. Our guy's armor looks pretty good though. So a little bit of FPS dips here. Climbing back up now. take a look at the NPCs in this area.
Where you need go. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
You betrayed us.
Yeah, they all kind of follow the same theme of kind of like on the more lighthearted,
Best she know now,
cartoonish style NPCs. I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna see for LSF as well.
Cloak escaped the city after he murdered High King Ori. By opening that gate for Ultragear, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
Let's wait till the daytime. No, I guess we'll see a little bit of night. Okay, so this is nightfall. It's pretty bright.
Yes.
A lot more dramatic looking. I should say. It's got like this blue hue to the environment.
Centaur has a grasp of magical theory that I would never have expected from a human, even a Breton.
I think this list is you gotta just take it for what it is. It's just trying to go for a more lighthearted kind of cartoonish vibe, and I can dig that. I mean, that's kind of like a fantasy. It's not like a dark fantasy. It's just a sewer system mod in here. I've been seeing that more lately on different mod lists. I like it. I mean, I liked Eldergleam, and Eldergleam was a perfect example of how you can make your guys look all cartoonish. Okay, we got the LOTD Museum, or Dragonborn Gallery, I should call it. Yeah. Usually the cartoonish lists are also easier on your hardware too. This when they go hyper realistic is when they go kind of all out on every single texture. You're more forgiving if if the list is trying to go like cartoonish with its vibe, then you can go low res on textures and you can get away with it.
Sorry, can I help you?
It's when you're going hyper realistic that people will nitpick, or even the player will nitpick and be like, oh shit, I knew it was too good to be true. Look at this. This texture is not ultra sharp like the rest of the game looks. I don't know. Hopefully you get what I'm trying to say there. So far, stability is pretty good. We got an hour and 26 minutes and some seconds left. And I don't feel like it's going to crash or anything. Yeah, the interior lighting here could use a lot of work. Like, it's lit, but what's lighting it? There's no light source, really. But it's not pitch black. Right? And then you also have these candles here that don't look like they're doing much. I mean, you got this candle here that's kind of doing something, but you don't see like a clear drop off where the candlelight becomes kind of darkness in between different lighting sources.
However, I would suggest we wait until the war has ended. After all, the general needs his soldiers out in the field.
Yeah, as I thought, these are all, it's all probably one NPC pack. They all have like this, they have SMP physics here, which is cool.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and
But
secure the town.
a lot of SCP physics hairs, especially the vanilla replacer ones, are they're not that nice looking. I wish they could get to the level of the static ones, but they're just not quite there yet. So I would say strength-wise, exterior lighting is pretty good. Interior lighting, I think, could use some work. But let's look at some other examples. But like, for example, when we were in Dawnstar in that inn, and then we were in Morthal, or even here at that palace, the lighting wasn't very on point there. Not the best that we could see usually in Skyrim lists. mod list. Just take a look at Wicking Skeever and see. Maybe it'll change my mind.
You look new. I'm new too. I think we could be friends.
Enjoy the atmosphere.
So Winking Skeever is a little better. You can see the light sources a little bit more. Shining against the backdrop.
You haven't seen anyone who looks like they could be from the Imperial Army from Cyrodiil, have you? No? Okay.
Need something?
You can just ask this random guy to follow me. Okay, let's do it.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah? Okay, dude. You're a free follower. Thank you. What about you? You want to follow?
Although, not to mean that we won't be friends someday, or even today.
Okay. It's alright. What about you?
By blade or by spell. If you want it.
How much money I got? I got 2,200? Alright, Belrin. You're hired too. You guys will make sure that I don't get too hurt.
Discover in the frozen waste. I can hardly wait to find out.
What can I do for you?
Just holler.
Need something?
Okay. Yeah, the interior lighting's a little bit better in here, but I
Citizen,
think...
I'm here on imperial business, citizen. Do not talk.
I think it could be better. I don't know the limits of community shaders, but I'm under the impression that community shaders can be tweaked for interior lighting to look, I guess, more like an ENB does. Or at least on the same level of what an ENB can do. So I think if you're looking for room for improvement and you're the list author or you're one of the people who work with him on the list, you know, humbly speaking, I think those are areas you can kind of find where you can improve things. This right here is a nice look right here though. Like I like this. In fact, it's like it's a screenshot right here. That's for sure. This whole vibe. I really like the way the lighting is looking right now in the south side area. I think I might have found my thumbnail for the video, because I mean, yeah, I mean, wow, that's really nice. All right, so we're gonna head to like the graphics are great in this moment right here. So we're gonna head to Dragon Bridge. It looks like the small towns are not marked on the map, which is good, but luckily we know exactly where everything is at this point. $53 FPS, so good performance out here. I forgot I have these guys following me. It's my crew. Totally forgot I hired them. It's a good thing I went into the inn. I got some people on my team now. We do have to die on purpose though to see how the death works in this. Something's going on here. Yeah. Some kind of situation. It's alright, we're gonna keep going. Okay, we're gonna take this moment here to kind of show a little bit of versatility of community shaders though. So I'm getting sub 60 FPS here, right? So let's see if I just do something modest, like go up to quality will I be averaging above 60 FPS in this area? Yeah, so now I'm going over 63 FPS. And it's holding well. 67 FPS now. And I bet you visually, you can't see any difference. I could have done that off camera or off recording and you wouldn't have even noticed what I did. Everything would look pretty much the same to you. That is like the major selling point for community shaders, is that versatility. These overhauls are beautiful too. Like this whole entire vibe of this forest, and even Dragon Bridge here, which is completely redone. I've never seen this overhaul of it. Looks so good. This is probably my favorite Dragon Bridge. It's like got this really charming vibe to it. I gotta see it in the daytime after, but even at night it's really beautiful. All right, let's see it in the daytime. All right, the dead of night. Let's see. And then sunrise. So good. It's so nice. Oh man, I'm already loving the visuals of this list. It's his eyes look kind of funny sticking out of the side of the helmet like that.
Can I help you?
Okay, now I'm kind of excited to see how the rest of the world looks. We're gonna mix it up a little bit today, guys. We usually go these back roads, right? But today we're gonna cut through this way to Morthal. We're gonna cut through instead of going the backside. We're gonna go up through like Rorikstead, I think. Really liking the choice of foliage and grass they chose for these areas. Looks really good, and then you can see all the way in the distance the Solitude. Something's going on with the shaders for this. I think these are supposed to be puddles, right? But nothing's happening. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. There's something to look at too. Let's look at these guys' armors. This guy right here in the front has a unique armor.
If you see any signs of Talos worship, it's your obligation to report them to me.
Actually, Talos worship. Hold on, I got something. Let's see how immersive this is, okay? Talos is actually the god that I'm gonna worship Talos. I just actually picked the Talos blessing. There we go. Alright. I'm praising Talos. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Alright, well, I think we knew that level of immersion didn't quite exist, but you don't know until you try. So I got my guys following me. I guess we could have got into it with those Justicars, or Justiciars, I should call it. I think the LODs need a little bit of work here. I think that's probably what is also allowing the FPS to be so good. Oh, by the way, I gotta turn that back off again. It's at 81. But like, see up on that ridge there? It looks like just 2D grass all up here. But I bet you, as we run up close to it, it'll look better. So I think if you're gonna kind of save FPS on that in that sense, maybe put a stronger depth of field on the list. If you can pull it off in a nice subtle way, so that it's not as obvious. Because that looks kind of jarring the way it is there. Like, let's go up close. I bet you the grass is gonna start looking like this grass. See, as it's loading in, look. Now you can see the area I came from is starting to become like 2D foliage. So it could be a stability choice, or it could be just maybe LODs need to be run again, or I don't know. But yeah, there's that. So like right there, like, you know, the graphics look good when you're up close, but then when you look at these LODs, it kind of takes you back away from that feeling a little bit. I can tell you right now though, the huge wow factor was that that dragon bridge. I hope I encounter another overhaul in this list during my run that kind of impresses me in the same way. I got my crew with me. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Alright, let's go. I don't know what happened there. I was swinging, you know, with the mace and was making like no contact. And then it spazzed out and I'm here. Okay, so it looks like I died. It just didn't like clearly show me dying. It's more like I just blacked out and then I woke up someplace else. Which is gonna throw a little bit of a hamper into running the Skyrim marathon. Hall of the Dead. Where the hell am I? Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm in the general area. Okay, so hopefully we can work with this here. I don't. This animation right here is, it's not very good.
We're here to see the yard.
Oh hey.
No sudden moves.
Okay, good. This is not a hostile area. Interesting, the shield is in my hand again. I think it's gonna stay in my hand until I unequip it. That's probably what it is. So excavation site here.
Careful.
Oh, I know exactly where I am. I'm in Markarth. Okay. Hey, that doesn't count as fast travel, okay? That just happened to be how everything just panned out for me. So there's some interesting shine to these doors. I'm not too sure if that was intentional or if that's kind of happening against their intent on how they want it to look. But yeah, welcome to Markarth. And we already saw our first interior. So there's an alternate death system. I can't say the name of it off the top of my head. But there is that in this list.
You've got there, friend. Iron, solid, and true.
Which is good. You don't have to restart the whole game when you die. I really wish it wasn't as abrupt though, where you kind of just get taken out of the fight by blacking out and then you wake up somewhere. Okay, so we're looking at graphics again, visuals. The lighting here is very washed. It's kind of washed out. It's not dramatic like you would normally see in a Markarth. And then again, you have those LODs over the wall. I get it. It's not part of the city, but it just looks very jarring how 2D the LODs look out there. They're almost like PS2 graphic LODs, PS2 graphic visuals out there.
What is this?
A nail?
In the city here, they look pretty good.
In the Legion, we would call it useless. Look how brittle the metal. I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid. Now do it again. Strike me as
Okay, so
Bit of jewelry for your journey home. Oh, this pendant would look lovely.
look at that. There's no hitbox. The hitbox is so bizarre.
I die for my people.
everyone stay back. The Markarth City Guard have this all under control. There are no forsworn here.
I can't do it, man. I can't do Sigma animations. For some reason, it's just... they just don't look right. And if you're the guy who created Sigma animations, I'm sorry. I don't mean to crap on your mod, man. It's just... I'm just speaking freely. I feel like they just are a little bit... I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. They just don't feel right when you swing. They feel shallow or like too light. They don't... At least that mace one does.
I'm on your side.
This has a little bit of weight to it, I guess, but... I don't know. Okay, so this is the Temple of Talos. This is the lighting. Again, we've seen this temple before with different lighting before on EMBs, or I feel like we've even seen it with definitely seen it with a few community shaders lists. And I feel like the lighting could use a little bit of revisiting there for interiors. Even exterior, for some reason, the exterior light looks good in some places. Like Dragon Bridge blew me away, and like the run there blew me away. But this town, it doesn't quite feel right, or this city.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
An arrow to the knee? Ha! My brother took 10 arrows to the knee.
The metal in here seems a little...
I do nothing. Just drink.
I don't know how to put my finger on it. It just seems a little bit strange in its... the way it's shining. I think it's not the metal, it's just the way the lighting interacts with the interior that's making it look that way. It's unevenly lit, maybe?
streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened? Oh, I think you dropped some kind of note. Looks important.
Alright, so we are Markarth. We have an hour and 4 minutes left. We're gonna make our way to Whiterun via probably the back way. Maybe we'll stop by Falkreath. Let's take a look at the horses. Okay, nice thick horses. It looks like kind of like a vanilla retextured. Their fur looks good. But like the hair on the back of them looks like vanilla hair. This list does use horsepower. Yep, horsepower. So they do have an overhaul in the way they move. Okay, so the game crashed just down the road over there. Luckily, we had saved a little bit prior to that happening, so we're gonna go ahead and continue off where we left. We'll continue where we left off, I should say. We got an hour and 2 minutes left, so let's head out. Again, this right here, the LODs really, I think maybe the LODs were not generated or something. Something happened here with this list. Because this is the biggest example I have of like LODs kind of being this way. I don't know if that was intentional, like the list was meant to have it like that, or if that was just an oversight on this update. I would like to think it was an oversight instead. I don't think it was intended for it to look that way. Yeah, like it kind of like it takes away from like these really scenic, like long draw distance areas where like you see like these kind of like really almost like flat textures. I guess it is flat textures out in the distance. And then also, just for the record, I didn't do anything on the MO2. I opened it up to take a look at if anything needs to be manually enabled. It looks like the only thing in this list that needs you to manually enable is the controller mods, so like controller schematics. Otherwise, everything else is kind of just plug and play. Let's skip ahead into morning. I think at night this list really shines. Like, okay, I was just gonna stop the time from here for the wait timer, because at night you can't notice the LODs kind of being poor as much, and then the vibe at night is just really cool. Alright, let's change up the weapon a little bit. We're gonna go with Warhammer, or not Warhammer, War Axe and Sparks. And we're gonna start with Bear Stance. Yeah, I like the way the Sparks looks.
I'm on a pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight.
You got a ways to go, buddy. I'll be lucky if I even make it that far today.
Went pretty well. Consider.
Something about Sigma animations, it's just, no, it's too floaty, or I don't know what it is. Something feels missing. Something that like even vanilla animations had. Okay, this guy I can take out. This guy, what the hell is this guy? This is a Minotaur. Attack! Attack! Do I have a bow? I have a bow, yes. Let's do some locational damage. Get him in the head. Oh yeah, look at that. I might actually take him down. Yeah. All right. We got a Minotaur horn and a Minotaur iron hammer. Nice. And we got to test out a little bit of the archery gameplay. So it looks like on the top there it's saying like headshot and shot difficulty 2.5. So I'm thinking there's locational damage in this list that allows you to hit certain areas for more damage, like the head, for example. Oh, epic battle, epic battle. Nice. Good job, guys. I got free armor now. Riften. Interesting. Like Amulet of Talos. Like a little scavenger here. Grilled chicken. Alright, let's see how this armor looks. Okay, it's iron boots. I already had that. Okay. What did I get new? Nothing? Okay, right, I got this. Okay, there we go. I got those. Okay. That's cool. I can dig it. It's cool looking armor. This Imperial guy's head's floating here. Poor guy. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, that nighttime vibe in this list is his strength for sure. Like walking into this forest is feels, and the lighting on the character. I think if there's any lighting strengths this list has, it's the night. It's the night outside. We're just taking Minotaurs down. I kind of like the archery gameplay here. Taking Minotaurs down left and right. Oh yeah, this vibe right here, this like campsite right here looks like realistic almost, the lighting. If you can just carry this type of lighting into, holy shit, what's going on? Into the interiors or during the day, somehow this quality of lighting I think would go a long way. This right here is really, really top-notch lighting. Like this reminds me of like the starting scene of when you gotta select your character in Diablo 2, was it? Anyhow, let's go back to daytime. See how it looks in the day. I'm not quite I'm not quite sure how I feel about this map yet. Okay, destruction spells cost 25% less magicka, and destruction spells are 0.25% more powerful per level of destruction. Grants flames, frostbite, and spark spells.
You've done well.
Alright, we're gonna change the stance up. We're gonna go with the hawk stance and try it out. We're gonna try and see how the Sigma animations feels in this stance. I'm trying to give it a fair shot here, but I'm trying to also be honest about my opinion of it. And also, I'm trying to be respectful about it in a sense that there's a lot of people who probably like Sigma animations, and I don't want you to feel like
Snitch or double
you have bad taste because you like something that I don't care for or anything like that. I'm overburdened. Jeez, what the hell is going on here? That friggin' werewolf just blasted my guy far away. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I should run. Died. Okay. Well, the good news is I think I got sent to Falkreath, which sped things up a little bit. Was definitely not my intent. I think I'm in Falkreath. Yeah, we're in Falkreath. All right. I'll try not to use that as a way of fast traveling, guys. I promise. I'll try not to use it as that. I only now caught on to the fact that it sends you to the nearest city or town. All right, so Falkreath, definitely an overhauled Falkreath. I definitely like the vibe of it. It's got that same vibe, that charm that I liked from another list that I reviewed. What was the name of that one again? I don't know. I'm drawing blanks today, but it was just a few episodes ago. No, it's gonna bother me. I gotta look it up. Hold on. The overhaul that I'm talking about was in
Be quick about it.
Skyground Chronicles. I don't know if this is the exact same overhaul as that game or that mod list, but I mean, it has that same charm to it. Kind of real like World of Warcraft style. Really cool, and I bet you the vibe at night is really cool here. Like, let's see. The vibe at night's freaking awesome in this game. Especially with this type of architecture. See what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just becomes really... I like the way the wetness, by the way, looks on the ground. This is something I don't think EMB can do yet, is make puddles on the ground like this. When it rains. It can do splashes, but it can't quite do puddles, I think. Anyways, yeah. I had a feeling that if it had looked that way
Need something.
in Dragonbridge, that this Falkreath probably would have been overhauled the same way, with like kind of the same style.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same actual mod author that did both of those.
Nari's funny. She tells everyone how handsome and pretty they are. Mom says she does it for tips.
Yeah, his interior lighting is okay. I think the interior lighting in general just needs to be revisited, in my opinion. Maybe the mods being used for it. I didn't take a look at the stack that they're using for lighting though, so I can't tell you what it could be. I like the way the rain kind of hits your armor. It makes it wet like this.
I used to be an adventurer.
Alright, we gotta really boogie a little bit faster than this though, so we're gonna head to...
Then I took an arrow in the
We're gonna head to Riverwood. Riverwood probably looks pretty similar as far as its charm. I'll have to go back to the daytime just for recording purposes. But I gotta tell you, the nights look really good in this list, so... that's something to look forward to, I think. It's rainy weather though. Yeah, the rainy daytime looks good too. It's when it's clear weather out, you can really see those LODs in the distance. They look a little rough. I like how thick the forest feels though. The good tree mods that they use for this list. Really nice tree mods. Like I like how I feel so tiny in the forest. Alright, we're gonna try out a little bit of combat. First person, great sword.
Time to finish this. We are
Yeah, one of my followers is like a poison dude. He just shoots poison at people. I don't know, there's no weight. There's no weight behind the swings. It feels too light. She bled purple blood. I guess she fell in the flowers and it took the color of the flowers. That's interesting. The hell is this thing? Oh, it's this guy's summon. Alright, we're back again. The game crashed a second time. So we are, I think, not too far from where it crashed though. So we're gonna just pick up where we left off. Sounds like it might rain again. The hell did I stumble across there? Oh, it's Gore. Alright, sorry Gore. I don't really have time for this, man. Yeah, I was a little bit past this point when I had crashed earlier, so we're gonna just truck on. So, in hindsight, I was thinking about these LODs, right? And I think it tied it to, I think it was a mistake on this update perhaps, because when I started up MO2, the last used application on there was Dindalot, and I had to switch it to Elderteej to start playing. So I think perhaps Dindalot was skipped on accident on this last update. And that would make a lot of sense. I'm pretty sure like they wouldn't just leave the LODs looking that way on purpose. Because it seems like they really know what they're doing for modding purposes, as far as modding goes. So I'm pretty sure they would have taken the time to do Dindalot if they had known. Their intent was always to have it generated. It just was forgotten by mistake. I'm pretty sure, because I mean I didn't touch anything. It just came that way. Now if you guys play this last update that I'm playing right now, which came out May 2nd, and you find that when you opened MO2 for the first time, Dindalot wasn't the first thing showing, and that your LODs don't look like mine, please let me know in the comment section. And then if that's the case, then we'll just chalk that up as an issue with my particular install and not this update in general. So we got about 37 minutes left. I'm pretty done playing in first person. I can't do Sigma animations. And I'm pretty sure there's 3 Sigma animations. In fact, maybe there's 4, but for each stance, I'm pretty sure they just have a Sigma animation for it, because I see that on Nexus that you can use the stance system and just easily plug and play all the Sigma animations into it. Which makes sense because there's like a high, low, and mid swing. So that makes sense logically. It's to me, it just isn't enjoyable. Alright, Riverwood. We're here. Let's take a look at it. I really like the again, I like the selection of trees that they have here. I guess we'll do a quick run through Riverwood. FPS is taking a little bit of a hit here. 39 FPS.
Here for work? Get an axe. Bring me all the wood you can chop.
Yep, that's Riverwood. Let's head over to Whiterun. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be... I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's a lush Whiterun. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, interesting thing here with the seams. Oh, like little ants or little bugs. That's cool. I think that's a mod in itself too. Cool player home up ahead. Not quite a fan of the swinging animations for the greatsword. Was he fighting this guy's Spectral Wolf? No, right? Oh, interesting. So there's a player home here, but then there's also another cottage here. Huh. Alright, approaching Whiterun. Let's see how it looks. Inside. It's kind of an unusual shine to that metal. In fact, that all the metals kind of have this really shiny gloss on it. Saw that on the Markarth metal doors too.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own.
I was actually expecting more lush Whiterun, considering how lush the other areas have been.
Everything all right?
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
Make a move toward Balgruff, and you're dead.
Like this move?
You should be talking to my
Like this move right here? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?
I'm the Jarl, not a barkeep. Speak your business.
Hmm? About this?
Stop that.
Hmm? So I thought about you. So I'll talk, huh? I'll talk.
Quickly now, or would you prefer I let Whiterun fall to the Stormcloaks?
Alright, let's get going. Okay, oh, that was a weird red tinge right here. Where's that coming from? Okay, so let's go check out Bellathor's, and then we're gonna go ahead and head towards Riften. We have about 30 minutes left, so I should be able to make it to Riften, honestly. Bellathor is always a good example of some how interior lighting works in a game, in the mod list. So it looks nice with the, of course, the rays shining through the window, and you can see the dust particles. The moose head with the candle, with the fireplace in front of it.
Please do look around. Sure,
yeah, this interior looks pretty good lighting wise. Still, I think a lot of the interiors in this list has a lot of artificial lighting. They're lighting up the area.
Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son? Hmm? What of Thor?
These cloaks, they're cool. They're long, but I don't think they're not SMP enabled, so they're stiff. A lot of work goes into making these lists, and a lot of like time is spent on it, and so all these little critical things I'm pointing out, I hope it's taken as like a, not like a thing that's wrong with this list that's permanently wrong. I would say it's more like a pointing it out to help out the development team for this list to make these tweaks if they so wish, so that their list doesn't have these little things, these little flaws to it. Like for example, the Dindalod. I'm pretty sure it just wasn't ran. I'm almost 100% sure that you just need to run it, and I think that's why it was on Dindalod when you opened MO2. Like they were just about to do it, but then instead they pushed an update out. So that's one thing. And then the interior lighting, like you could just spend a day working on it. I think Community Shaders has enough tools at its disposal to be able to put together a good lighting stack that works for the interior lighting. I think the nights look fine. I mean, they are a little bright, but I think that's what kind of adds that cool look to it too. Try Hawk Stance.
That went pretty well, all things considered.
Let's just change up the weapon. Let's do mace and shield. Alright, we got some trouble coming up our way.
You're mine.
It would seem I'm much better off as a mage. Or there's a halberd. Let's try that. Okay, let's see the next stance. I really like playing Skyrim in first person. Usually, oh, that was satisfying. Where does this spectral wolf keep coming from? Is it one of your guys' spectral wolves that you keep fighting?
That's the end of that.
This little pass right here is not usually this green. I like it. It looks cool. That's actually a nice. That's a nice touch. So far, the halberd doesn't feel too weird. Although it might just be the great axe animations. I don't know. Is that the great axe animation? Oh, I like her armor. We can beat her and take her armor. Yeah, let's do that. Hold on. I gotta offload some stuff. Yeah, let's get rid of all that. Let's get rid of the greatsword. We don't need that anymore. No, we're not gonna die here. Running around in my underwear. Okay, let's try on this cool armor. Oh yeah, that looks cool. I knew I made the right choice recruiting you guys.
Hold it. This here's a total
It's a little late for that, don't you think?
That's a real shame.
It's a real shame. You just got one shot by an iron dagger. I don't think you were cut out for this line of work. Alright, well, I mean... we actually succeeded pretty good. High five, guys. High five. High five. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, look at us. What is that? Is that a Minotaur's axe just sitting there like that? That's funny. Let's try some dual wielding axes. Oh, that looks pretty badass.
Someone there?
All right, let's go to daytime again. Well, let's look at nighttime in this area. Oh yeah, looks really good as usual. I like this armor too.
Another day, another victory.
All right, 17 minutes left to make it to Riften. Mike, is that you? I haven't seen you for a long time, Mike. Is that you? Wait. Wait. It is. I wish you well too, old friend. I haven't seen you in my last 2 episodes, I think. Oh, well, that's cool. This map shows you, like... It shows you elevation. It shows you, I mean, visually it shows you elevation. It doesn't show you the actual elevation in numbers. But there's a clear distinction that you're on the lower ground. And Riften's up the mountain. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm dual wielding axes, right? Right. And left. Okay, perfect. Okay, if you change the stance, how is it? Okay, change the stance again. Take a good look at our guy here. Yeah, it looks good. Pretty sure it's a woman's armor though. The way that chest piece looks, he looks like he has a little bit of breast there. I don't know. Some like glowing tree trunks over there. I wonder what that is. I'm curious. I gotta check it out. What's all this about? It's probably a quest tied to it, huh? But look, I mean, it's very pixelated fire. What is all this? No, I don't know. I guess there's nothing obvious about it right now. Let's just keep going. So we got a situation where purple blood now. I don't know if something happened with the shaders for the Sanguine Symphony, but either it's purple blood or from this angle it looks like it could kind of be red. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm not colorblind on that. Even near Falkreath, that bandit had purple blood. This is the area from the last episode. We did a list that had a bunch of bridges over here connecting all the way to the top, which is really cool. Yeah, the textures are not high res like you'd find in some of the other lists that we review. From afar they look fine. It's when you inspect them a little closer you start to see. Some of them look okay. Dindelod would have went a long way here. You know, like staring out at a nice view would be nice if all that was generated. Okay, so for the most part, Riften almost always looks the same, or pretty much the same, right? So I think today we're gonna mix it up, and because we were gonna have to sacrifice Windhelm for Riften, and we're not hitting Winterhold today because it's just too far, and that pretty much looks the same most of the time. So we're gonna bypass Riften. We're gonna hit Windhelm instead. I like this song, it's relaxing. I'm not too keen on the animations chosen for the BFCO. I think, I hate to say it because it's like the most chosen option for a lot of lists is For Honor. At least for one of the stances would have been nice. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe one of these are, and I'm just like, I don't know, it just feels really, the animations feel very generic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure none of those are For Honor stances or For Honor animations.
Come along, no more sleep.
Where are you?
You guys fighting each other? Oh no.
That's how it's done.
You guys went and killed innocent people. And you're associated with me. It's terrible. Again, I really like the choice of forests. Or the choice of trees and grass. Good choices. In my opinion, I like those. Everything I say is just my opinion, by the way. So it's not like definitive, like this is bad or that's bad. You guys have to watch these videos and decide what you think of it for yourself, as I always say. I have to keep a certain level of honesty though, so that these videos can be seen as something true to watch instead of something that's kind of fake, if that makes sense to you. And this is modded Skyrim. Anything that like I said earlier, anything that like is broken or doesn't look right can be fixed in like a day. Most things in like a day. If you still wish to fix those things, if you were to call it an issue. I think Dindalad we can all agree was an issue. But like animation types and all that, and NPCs, that's all preference to the modlist author and his design choices. All right, let's switch up the weapon a little bit. Let's go with Warhammer, I guess, for now. Warhammer with an axe on the other hand. Yeah, these two giant weapons here, because it's the Minotaur's weapons. He's running kind of funny because it's heavy. Maybe that's kind of cool. Let's see, maybe it's the stance. Yeah, so what I said earlier in the beginning of the video, that the stances don't change when you're switching stances, the animations of your running, it actually does. Yeah, I'm already really glad we took this route, because this is much more scenic than the Riften run. Got some strange seams over here on the textures for the development team to see if you guys watch this, which I'm pretty sure some of you will, because there's good information here on how to improve your list.
Awful damn cold up here.
Frame rate's pretty good. We're at 60 FPS on the outskirts of Windhelm. Let's go check out the inside.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
We have to take him aside because it's not our fault.
As usual, we're going to take a look at the palace and then the inn. They went with a less snowy version of Windhelm, it looks like. Just mostly stone.
Everything's in order.
This palace usually is a good representation of lighting in the game as well. Surprisingly, the lighting looks a lot better in here. So I guess there's just some artificial lighting nodes in some of those other areas that we saw lighting inside of that just was misplaced or placed poorly.
He's not with us. He's against us.
He knows that. They all speak with Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents. Be careful out there.
This Ulfric's wearing a mask. He's afraid of getting sick, maybe.
I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message.
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful state. What do you think? So
We got them.
All right, take a look in here. We have about 30 seconds left.
Let me know if you want anything. I think I've got a clean mug around.
Yeah, the lighting in here looks pretty good too. Okay, so I think if you're gonna revisit interior lighting, I think it's not gonna be a widespread affair. You can just kind of, well, it's kind of a hassle, but you have to maybe check out all of the interiors and see how you'd go about it. Because in here it doesn't look too bad. This looks pretty good actually. Alright, there's my timer. Alright, so this is a 2-hour mark. Usually we cut the video, we'll try to cut the video at this point. At least that's what I'm gonna try to start doing. Kind of stay true to the main
got some nice meat
idea of this list. But I think one of my viewers suggested that at the 2-hour mark, you know, the rule of having to run everywhere can kind of stop, and then maybe you can hit up another town or two to see how they look, kind of just to finish off everything, just in case the overhauls are worth checking out. So what I'll do is I'm gonna do a quick lap around here just so we can see Windhelm on this list.
City's quiet enough now. When the sun goes down.
And then what we'll do is we'll take a carriage to Winterhold. And then at Winterhold, we'll just check out like the inn over there, just to see how Winterhold looks, and then we'll wrap up the video there. Just down this hall here.
Then it's true what everyone is saying, that Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament.
Yeah, he's in here doing it. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna take, I don't know if I can do it every single video, but I'm gonna try out some stuff. You know, I listen to the viewers and the subscribers if they recommend something. So I'm gonna give this one a shot, and we're gonna take a carriage to Winterhold. And that'll complete the loop with the exception of Riften, really.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off.
Good pricing too.
Get up there. Oh, steady, old girl.
Okay, so
When I found this, I immediately thought of you. Here, a small token of my gratitude.
thanks, iron ingots. Alright, so we got JK's Winterhold. We'll do a little run around in the day. Kind of poor visibility in the day today because of the weather.
Yes.
Take care if you
Yeah, if you've seen this type of Winterhold, it's pretty much the same on every list. There's not very many variations of it. It's cool looking though. I mean, it's substantially upgraded from the standard Winterhold, which is just like a small row of buildings.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still
Look at the NPCs for this area.
I wonder if the librarian at Cyrodiil leaves all the cleaning duties to a single apprentice.
I'm waiting. As if Skyrim didn't have enough outsiders. Now we've got mercenaries from Hammerfell strutting about.
It's almost like a black and white picture over here. Interesting how the color all went away.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
like some horrible.
Okay, yeah, the lighting in here is also pretty good.
Exploded.
Not a lot of artificial lighting. Kind of illumination naturally from like the candles, the fire pit.
This.
How come you're in Winterhold?
People
My
have a
pa
problem
says
with your
people like
college
you
now.
are the reason no one lives
Come
here
on in.
anymore.
We got warm food, warm drinks.
Yeah, your pa's a racist bastard. Asher. Okay.
The mages don't let us go into college.
Oh, what's he got up there? Some special drink?
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Ah. Alright, well, I mean, that's... Oh, look at that. Seeking treasure. Interesting. On the ground, too, I just found it. Alright, let's have a little chat, huh? On my little chair here at the inn. Alright. Alright, so, let's wrap the video up. What do we think of Elderteej, or what do I think of Elderteej, and what do you think of it at home is the better way to phrase that. I think Elderteej has a lot of potential, and I think that it's been, you know, it's been in production, or it's been going on for quite a while now, so it is a product of a lot of refinement, and I think today can, if seen in a constructive way, this video can also offer a way to refine it even further than that. And so I can imagine just the next update, if they so wish, can get rid of everything that I found to be, I guess, not quite to my liking. No, if they wish, again, let me rephrase that, because not to my liking means they would have to make changes for me, and they definitely don't have to make changes to match my liking. There's enough of a following of people who like this list the way it is. So I think small things like the textures, if you want to enhance them a little bit while maintaining the performance, do that. The crashes that I had, perhaps those areas, I don't know what you can find without crash logs, honestly, but some stability work can be done there. Interior lighting, oh, my focus went crazy there. Interior lighting can be looked at if you so wish. The Dindalod can be regenerated or generated. It looks like it wasn't generated at all. So all of those can get pushed on the next update and really fix a lot of the little things that I saw with the list. Again, 100% respect for the Modlist author and his team of I guess you can call them Modlist authors as well, but Modlist workers or modders, we want to call it. They all did a great job, and hats off to them. You know, it's a lot of work. I can never do anything quite like this. So anyways, that being said, I just wanted to put that as at the forefront of what I'm saying, because I don't want to come off like I'm just dissing stuff and not appreciative, because I'm appreciative of Modlist authors and their team making lists like this for people to play. So performance, I think performance on this list is really good. So I think it'll get a good score from me on the performance end. I think especially how versatile with community shaders it is, you really could get a real smooth experience out of this. This is me with raw performance to give you an idea. So you have tools at your disposal, as I demonstrated a couple times in the video, that increase your performance even more without much sacrifice, especially the upscaling to quality or even balance. Combat, I can see how some people like it. There's a following for Sigma Animations, and they did good with stances. How stances, there's all the 3 different stances in third person and in first person, and also I know it's slim pickings for first person animations for stances. From talking with another Modlist author, that's become even more obvious to me. So I mean, Sigma Animations really is the kind of the de facto animation type, unless you really go digging into all the options out there, which is, it's kind of like it's real hidden, or it's not plentiful out there. So I don't blame them for that. And then third person animations, I think you can start to, if I had my wish list fulfilled, I think I would like one of those stances in each of these weapon types in third person to be a For Honor BFCO animation type, because I love, if you see my last video I did before this, they had BFCO with For Honor, and it was like this, it was a strength to the list. I loved the fact that I had that, and it'll only take up one stance. So there's that. The UI is really good. Velden UI, again, that's why I said it was my favorite UI, so that'll get a really good score. This looks like it's kind of the default bottom preset that it comes with it, but yeah, it's a clean UI, so I'll give it a good score for that. I think visuals, I gotta take into account that the Dindalod wasn't done today, and especially if that is what Dindalod looks like done on this list, then maybe the LODs just aren't quite meeting an expectation of mine. But I like to give the benefit of the doubt that the Dindalod, especially with the clue of opening an MO2, the Dindalod wasn't generated yet, because it was sitting there as the last program to run on MO2 when I opened it, which I found a little odd at first, but it makes sense now. I think there's some low res textures in a lot of areas. I think from afar you can't really tell. Up close you can, but you know, the trees that were used, the grass that was used, look really good. So visually, I think the intent of this list would normally be like a 4 out of 5 in visuals for me. But considering the Dindalod wasn't generated, it's going to be knocked down to a 3.5 for me. Stability wise, we had 2 crashes, but it did pass the gauntlet. Granted, there was crashes that caused it to restart, but it did pass the gauntlet of the compass going missing while maintaining quick loot, which is quite a feat that not a lot of lists can do on this channel. So that's something to be said. And I don't know. I mean, maybe they solved it somehow, and maybe quick loot will never cause an issue with the compass on this list. So that speaks good to the stability in that sense, that they found the balance there to use quick loot and the compass overhaul. I'm pretty sure there's compass overhaul in here. Because if you click on that and you look here, yeah, and then there's it tells you where the mission is or the quest, and that's a compass overhaul feature usually. Anyhow, I make these videos for you to see the mod list for yourself, for you to see if it's something that you want to play, and more importantly, for you to gauge and score for yourself at home. Take my score with a grain of salt, as I always say, and I'll have the score here on the screen for you to take a look at. So I mean, you'll see that I rated it kind of according to what I said I would. I didn't go into exact details just now, but you'll see the score there on the screen, and then the final verdict as well. And yeah, I mean, if you want to see more videos, Skyrim marathon videos, or anything else on the channel, or you want to, if you have any advice or suggestions of what you want to see on the channel, or how you want the videos to be done, I'm open to hearing you out. We have a Discord as well if you guys want to check that out. And otherwise, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching Skyrim Marathon. I'll catch you on the next run.